Thanks for staying tuned to your Africa Independent Television, and welcome to your program, Security Watch Africa. On this channel and on this program, we'll bring you that information you need to keep your life safe and secure. Wherever it is, we'll bring it to you. Welcome to the program today. I want to wish, on behalf of our team, to wish all our Christian brothers and sisters happy Easter in advance. Just a few hours from now, the commemoration of the crucifixion, the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ will be celebrated. Yesterday, he was crucified, according to the Holy Book, the Holy Bible, that talked about the resurrection, and we pray that his resurrection would bring about a lot of goodies for Nigeria and the Nigerians in general. And also, I want to wish our Muslim brothers peace as they continue with their fasting. It's already halfway down, remaining another 15 days for the completion of the fasting. What a significant period we are, really. And that is one of the reasons why we keep on preaching for peace. We need peace in this country. All the parts of this country is troubled with one insecurity or the other. We need peace so that we can progress and move forward. It's quite significant that the Christian religion and the Muslim religion is celebrating and marking the same issue or the same thing almost at the same time. So that tells us that we are one and we should behave as those who are one. Yes, since 2020 particularly, COVID had taken over, seized the whole world, disturbing everybody. But gladly, since this 2022 began, we have had some kind of peace coming in. People are beginning to move and go about their businesses, gradually getting about. Countries are opening up, and that is a good omen. Security Watch Africa, Elizabeth Tanko, did a report to find out from some Nigerians what they learned during and after the COVID restrictions. Sit back as we bring you this report.
For over 2 years, the world has suffered from the scourge of coronavirus pandemic, leading the world to shut down and bringing about economic downturn to all nations. There have been rising economic woes and insecurity in many nations of the world, arising from their various levels of lockdown and restrictions. Today, the world is getting loose from those lockdowns as nations are removing lockdowns and restrictions and bringing about gradual return to normalcy. In Nigeria, the Presidential Steering Committee in charge of COVID-19 has announced removal of many restrictions and wearing of face masks in public places. Security Watch Africa was on the street to find out what citizens feel about the removal of restrictions and if they learned anything.
Whether we like it or not, we have a lot of challenges in terms of health in this country because even the government accepts they are doing nothing about to take measures concerning about Nigerians regards to health issues. So COVID, to me, it creates a room to even in the government in the government itself. It gives them a lot of opportunity to make money.
For me, COVID truly existed. COVID existed, but the system made it very porous for everybody. Even the restrictions, the people are not obeying them. So every day, the thing seems as though it's no longer in existence.
It's so obvious that this COVID of a thing is not, I would say it's not too harsh for the black man. We have this resistance. That's why the death rate or the death toll is very, very small up to now. But notwithstanding, we shouldn't take it for granted.
I've learned so much. At least with this social distancing and other methods like washing of hands, doing all that. So I've learned a lot because they say prevention is better than cure. So now, from that COVID-19 last year till now, we have seen that health is the #1 priority in our system.
Elizabeth Tanko, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Welcome back. Really for some of us, we still believe that we must observe all hygiene procedures to ensure that we keep ourselves safe and secured. We keep on washing our hands regularly once you have interaction with the public. It's very important. We must maintain that. Yes, talking about Security Watch Africa was worried with the reports coming out from the oil-producing area of the country with the incessant vandalization of the oil pipelines and the illegal refinery, causing the black soot and creating a lot of health hazards and challenges. We decided to do a special report to find out what is really happening and how can it be tackled. The first part of that report will bring it to you today, and is put together by Shuli Daniels.
Nigeria's economic well-being is solely dependent on oil, and this, for over decades, has been keeping the nation going. Recently, this economic state has been threatened severely, leading to Nigeria not being able to meet her oil production quota. The reason for this has been the terrible illegal oil bunkering and theft going on in the oil-producing areas. Worried by this, the federal government of Nigeria directed the Nigerian Army to help put a stop to illegal bunkering, theft, and illegal refineries. Illegal oil bunkering and illegal oil refineries not only causes economic losses to Nigeria, but also causes serious damages to the environment, as can be seen when Security Watch Africa crew visited some locations in Rivers and Bayelsa states used for illegal refineries activities.
So what they do is that they will put it in this sack and then they walk.
Transport.
Yes, and then go and load it in vehicles or, other forms of transport.
That's the first point from the illegal connection. From the illegal connection to that tank that you are seeing, some of them have capacity of about 33,000 liters. Then from there, they will lay pipes. You can see one pipe there, like antenna. That is the process of the cooking. From there, it goes into the open surface tank there.
I have a bucket full of crude oil. Can you believe that? This is the crude oil that produces 90% of Nigerian resources being wasted.
At the headquarters of Nigerian Army 6th Division in Port Harcourt, the General Officer Commanding and Land Component Commander of Operation Delta Safe, Major General Olufemi Oloyede, speaks on their mandate and operations so far.
Well, I must tell you that it's a very complex situation, and based on the seriousness, it has attracted, a lot of attention from the federal government up to the defense headquarters, down to the service headquarters, which includes the Army headquarters. It's a big fight, and we've taken up the guns, and with the support of the Chief of Defense Staff and the Chief of Army Staff, we've done a lot. In the last 3 months, several operations have been conducted. We've seized over 200 tankers and boats that were used for illegal oil bunkering, and these have been handled. Normally we'll forward same to the EFCC, for prosecution, and that's still ongoing. Then, as I speak with you now, we have special operations being conducted in the general area of Iba and Rumekwe, which are very notorious for illegal bunkering operations within River State. Same is ongoing at Owaza. Owaza is a border town or border community between Rivers and Abia State. Same is also being conducted within Delta State, around Warri South. As I speak, operations are ongoing in those areas. What is slowing down the operations is the fact that, we're combining operations with some mechanical aspect of destroying the tools they are using. You saw how cumbersome those things are, But I can tell you that we're on top of our game, and with what we've been doing, I think there's some kind of significant improvement in that direction.
On the dangers posed by the activities of illegal refineries on the public, the acting commander, 6th Division Medical Services and Hospital, Colonel David Ibe, and Dr. Mopoma Nathaniel gave insight.
Soot in the air can occur from many angles. Number one, it can be from illegal bunkering, from hazardous industrial activities that emit soot, and from illegal bush burning, and then from black soot from rickety vehicles that are not serviced. So all these are some of the ways you can get soot into the air. Then the hazards of soot generally is mainly on the respiratory system, that means the lung. And the hazards become very, very bad when the duration of exposure of soot is long, just as it is in Port Harcourt here. The hazards can be categorized as immediate and long-term. The immediate one is what we call lung infections like pneumonia and pneumoconiosis. How does this arise? The lungs have what we call alveoli, which is the space in which there is exchange of air between the environment and the human. When the soot is inhaled through the lungs, they line the alveolar space, making it difficult for the proper exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide that one emits. And what is the immediate complication of this? Difficulty in breathing. That's the immediate cause. Chest pain. And once there is poor exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, there will be more oxygen in the system. So more carbon dioxide in the system as against the oxygen. And then it causes some health issues. Pneumonia, pneumoconiosis as immediate short-term hazards. But the long-term hazard is when somebody is now exposed for it for a very long term, those diseases that wouldn't have manifested under normal circumstances will start applying. You can even have as much as a cancer of the lungs in the long term because you've been exposed to this soot that have been hampering the proper exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the system.
The black soot, particularly in Rivers State or within the Niger Delta region, is a thing of concern in recent time. Basically, it is as a result of incomplete combustion of carbon-containing compounds. Vis-a-vis in this area, it's as a result of illegal refining product and the likes of them. In other words, it's from illegal refineries that we have within the Niger Delta region or in Port Harcourt region, so to say. And the effect is so enormous because when these compounds are being released into the air, some of them mix with even the water and then fall back with, as rain. And in other words, there will be problem with the effects can be from water and from our drinking water being polluted, and also from the air we breathe in, even from the livestock within we're fishermen in River States or in the Niger Delta region. So even the waters, the riverine areas, the water from our rivers and all that are being polluted. And so even the fishes there and the livestock, they are also being affected. Now the effects to human, say to say, from the water we drink, it can affect our, there is effect on the gastrointestinal system, and then also from the air we breathe, the polluted air. On the lungs, it can cause various degrees of respiratory problems. It can even exacerbate asthmatic attack. Over time, it can even lead to cancer of the lungs, and then what have you, and the likes of them. And then again, like I said, it can also from the water, from the fish in our environment, when the fish are being polluted, it can also affect the general body system.
In fulfilling its mandate of protecting Nigeria's territorial integrity and aid civil authorities, the Nigerian Army has given directives and provided platforms for its personnel to effectively discharge its responsibilities in protecting national oil assets and infrastructures through various land component sectors of Operation Delta Safe. Shirley Daniels, reporting for Security Watch Africa.
Welcome back. It's really a serious and a terrible situation over there. We'll continue with what is being done by part 2 of this report. I think we need everybody to work together to ensure that this stops. Apart from the economic losses to the nation, the health hazard is quite enormous. The hospitals are recording increased number of patients arising from respiratory disorders and problems, and we must take it very seriously. A lot of the people in that area will say it's our oil, but really we are one Nigeria, and apart from that, your environment is being damaged. So something should be done to save the lives of people urgently. Yes, from there, during the last week, the current Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Alkali Baba, marked one year in office already, and a lot of changes have been done, reforms have been carried out. Sit back as we bring you this special report also on the 1 year in office of IGP Usman Alkali Baba.
Leadership is a process of social influence which maximizes the efforts of others towards the achievement of common goals. An outstanding leader sets the pace for others to follow with empathy, respect, resilience, agility, and courage. When IGP Usman Alkali Baba was appointed as the 21st Indigenous Inspector General of Police of the Nigeria Police Force, the morale of officers and men were at the lowest ebb, due to the turbulence they faced during the EndSARS protest, where hundreds of personnel were killed, police stations and barracks destroyed, coupled with lack of adequate attention paid to their welfare and tools to work over the years. On assumption in office, IGP Baba, with his unique leadership style and qualities, introduced policies and initiated operations which has brought about great achievements by the Nigeria Police Force in the last 1 year. Going by the statistics available, the Nigeria Police Force in the last 1 year has recorded the following: rescue of 2,996 kidnapped victims unhurt, recoveries of 2,621 sophisticated firearms, 51,431 ammunitions recovered, with arrest of 4,202 armed robbery suspects, 3,303 suspected cultists, 2,175 suspected kidnappers, and 639 suspects of terrorism and banditry. IGP Baba's love for securing the country and concern for police officers has resulted to Nigerians within the 6 geopolitical zones of the country commending the police. The Nigerian public from the southeast and south-south has these to say about the efforts of the IGP and officers of Nigeria Police Force.
I think it's the leadership at the top level of the police is what is reflecting down to Rivers State and to other states, which I know. IGP, as we know, since he came on the 6th of April 2021, to date, I can tell you categorically that there's no CP in any state that will say IGP Usman is giving him directive on what to do or what not to do. They know exactly what to do. And IG, we know it has a foundation. It's not just just came up, became IG of police, started somewhere.
Yes, the IGP has done so well. First and foremost, I will have to applaud him by at least dealing decisively with the corrupt officers, introducing welfare packages that meant well for men and officers of the service, which has brought about a morale and charging them in the discharge of their duties.
Security in Delta has been a boost. It's also very encouraging to use the right language, as safe as possible. We'll give all thanks, first to God, and second to our CP, and of course, our wonderful IG.
We count ourselves very lucky in Delta State, in the sense that with everything happening around the states, contiguous to Delta, that we're enjoying very relative peace. Peace that most people will find difficult to understand. I have seen my friends in Lagos who will always tell you, oh, we won't come to Delta. And they ended up coming to Delta, and know that most of them spent extra days. And the reason for that is that our security agencies, in particular the police, they're doing a wonderful job, very wonderful job.
The contribution of the Nigeria police personnel in the security of Northeast has led the people to attest to the efforts of the Nigeria Police Force.
He came in with a very good mission and vision, and within the 1 year period, he has achieved a lot. When Soyinka is caught saying the goodness of a job is not measured by how long, but how good. So many establishments have been placed in Yobe State. The recruitment exercise of the police has been enhanced. The services of the police force and the whole nation has been enhanced, particularly to those areas or regions which have peculiar security challenges, particularly with the northeast region of the Boko Haram and what have you. Things have subsided, and is somebody who follows projects. These are one of the good qualities of a leader.
I can boldly tell you that we have seen the improvement of security, particularly with the coming of the new IG, the strategy and the manner in which the security outfits exercise themselves have changed, particularly listening to the locals, listening to the traditional rulers and the community leaders, which enhance some of the activity of the security outfit. And their listening to us really tells and have shown wonders in the state by improving in terms of security, that you can now move to all the 27 local government without any escort. And there are so many routes, marketing and business routes were open. And there are so many challenges we have faced during these 12 years of insurgency, which really affect the activity of the common man. But with coming of this IG, because of his listening ear, because of his strategy, from what we have seen, he has really brought most of the locals to his chase, not only directly by himself, but through the various arms of his security system.
We have a dynamic police commissioner, because you talk is the replica of the IGP that we have in Borno State, because he is down in Abuja. But you know, when you see the police commissioner of Borno Command, you really know that the IGP is really doing a great work. We have a commissioner that has a kind of an open door policy for us. Whenever there's a kind of a red flag, we come, his doors are always open, that you come to tell him that this is this.
In the Northwest, the people are full of praises for the IGP for making sure that policing standards improve.
IGP is a person that I know personally. He's an officer and a gentleman, a man of his word. And during his 1 year tenure now in office, he achieved a lot of things. Let me start like the reconstruction of the barracks of the police in the whole country. Anywhere you go, you see a new structures for the barracks. Secondly, in his 1 year tenure in office, we have a brand new operational vehicle for the whole command in 36 states, including Abuja. Even the police kits, first of its kind. I never heard about it before, but during his time, all the police get these kits that they need to work with.
After he sworn in as an IG in Nigeria, she called all the AIGs that are AIG here in Kano, who is supervising Kano and Jigawa, and also our CPs, together with we community. He invited us. We sat down with him at the international conference at the Goodluck Jonathan Peacekeeping Hall. We sat down together with him. We joke. We speak anything that is in your mind. We bring it out. So after we exhaust everything in terms of security, so he now appreciated and also promised us. He says this policy, community policing, is a very good policy. That is why I want you to continue practicing it, because this policy, even not from Nigeria, from the England, America, they are using this community policing. Because in a situation whereby police are joining hands with the community to achieve their goals and target, because their target is security.
IGP's exceptional leadership qualities is being eulogized by the people of Southwest.
I have to give kudos to the President, Inspector General of Police, who also has shown, of course, friendliness to Lagos. I can, from the press, from the news we have around, he must have visited Lagos when you see, more than within that short span of time he has spent, I think, few months, more than 5 times. That means the man sees Lagos as a place that is very important, vital to the economy of this nation, and with every required needs, he comes in to see for himself what to be done.
In the last 1 year in Lagos State, I think we have had a very proactive, a very efficient, a very citizen-conscious police officers in Lagos. That's not to say that we are where we want to be. That's not to say that we've accomplished how we want our police to be in the country and in Lagos. But there's this consciousness that the police realizes that they are here to serve the people. They understand that they must get people's confidence before they can get meaningful information. They also understand clearly that their remuneration is paid by taxpayers. And so all their activities must be humane. It must be geared towards proactive policing, not reactive. And that's why you see them going on advocacy programs, going to meet traditional rulers, particularly in Lagos State, holding town hall meetings under our commissioners of police in Lagos State. And so in the last 1 year, I would say we have had it good.
All of these are in line with the Inspector General of Police vision of providing security for the country, which is to protect with courage and serve with compassion. Peggy Agbe, Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Thanks for staying tuned to your program, Security Watch Africa. That will be the end of our program today. If you have enjoyed watching this program, we'll join us again next week when we bring another exciting edition. Until next week, I say bye for now and remain blessed.